life before COVID, we was quite active.
Yeah, saw a lot of family, did a lot of things together. we were extremely busy people. Even with Ron being on oxygen, we were still doing everything to the maximum we could.
Because of IPF, we had to shield. We couldn't see family. We couldn't go out. It was very lonely, wasn't it?
We had it made very clear to us early on in COVID, when it first started, by several people in the medical profession, that if Ron got COVID, he would be lucky to come out of it.
My transplant team said if you did catch COVID, we would have to park you on the list for up to 3 months until you provided a negative PCR result. So that's in the back of your mind. Do you lose that opportunity? So we took the shielding very seriously. Our philosophy was that if we lost a couple of years because of shielding with COVID, I could have that 5 or 6 year life extension. So in our minds, it was worth it, wasn't it?
Psychologically, I have to say that it's been really hard not seeing family. We've had a new grandson born earlier this year in Germany. We've not been able to go over and see him. We've had to wait for them to come over here. We've missed out on Christmases together. And when we don't know how many Christmases Ron may have, that's massive. That's quite a big thing for us to miss out on. Holidays, just being able to make memories, it's really impacted massively on our well-being, and mentally it's been tough. Yeah, it's been tough.
It's been a strange, I mean, from my point of view, when our grandson was born, I said to Maxine, why don't you go see your grandson so you can hold him and, you know, cherish those moments? But she wouldn't go because obviously I'd have to park myself on the transplant list. So I felt I robbed her of that opportunity to see her grandson when he was first born. We have to be doubly careful, and that's COVID and every infection that's going.
I would just like to say we really had to fight to get Ron to have the 4th jab. He's got the 5th one easier than the 4th, but nobody, the doctor, the hospital, nobody would support us in how. They told him to get it and he should have it, but we were just running round and round in circles until he had a bit of an infection. And finally, the GP said, you need to have that jab. But it meant he had to get ill before they'd give him the 4th. We know that obviously people are vaccinated, you know, high percentage are, and we know that we've got to, you know, life has to carry on. But why is it some hospitals wear masks and some hospitals you don't have to wear them? And as we're coming into the winter and they know it's likely to take off to some degree, why is there nothing being said about it? Even if it's just to the clinically vulnerable people, why aren't they being warned or advised? Even at the transplant appointment, they don't say anything. And you have a registrar sitting in there with a mask constantly falling down off her nose. And you're like, this just feels, you just still feel so vulnerable. This is our lives that we have to consider, and we don't feel we're getting any support.